Arya from the Esports Club here with some pretty awesome news. Now, as you probably know, we've been running the WD Black TEC League for Rainbow Six Siege powered by LG Ultragear for the past few months. As we come into August with our final season of the league, we wanted to celebrate with you guys who have made this an amazing experience and an extremely successful esports event. We've teamed up with some of our favorite partners to give away an entire Esports PC for one lucky viewer. Yes, one of you is going to take home a complete PC featuring some of these awesome parts. First up, we've got the LG Ultragear 27GL 650F gaming monitor, 27-inch, 144Hz, 1ms with an IPS panel to make sure you're at the top of your esports game without sacrificing picture quality. Then we've got an amazing lineup of accessories coming in from HyperX to make sure that you're always on top of your game. Cloud Stinger Core gaming headset. For the keyboard, you've got the awesome HyperX Alloy FPS RGB mechanical keyboard. Then your mouse is the HyperX Pulsefire Surge. It's got a brilliant RGB all around the mouse. For the mousepad, you've got the HyperX Fury S. That is the speed edition of the extended mousepad. And then of course for your memory, you've got the HyperX Fury RGB RAM. You've got 16 gigs at 3400 megahertz. Next up, we've got the WD Blue SN550 NVMe SSD to make sure you're spending as little time loading and booting up and spend more time gaming. And then of course, at the heart of this PC is the Ryzen 5 3600X CPU. Now, as you know it, at the heart of every gaming PC is a great GPU. So we've teamed up with Zotac Gaming to give you a brand new RTX 2060 because frames win games and there should be nothing between you and top of the line performance. Next up, we've teamed up with NZXT, who make some of the best and most premium PC components on the market. Powering your PC is going to be the C850 fully modular power supply, and your cooling solutions are going to be taken care of the Kraken X63 all-in-one liquid cooler. Now, we wanted to make this PC something truly special, and while the NZXT H510 Elite is a great cabinet for anyone, it wasn't enough. We teamed up with NZXT to give the winner of this giveaway a brand new NZXT H510 Siege Edition cabinet. This is a limited edition licensed Rainbow Six Siege themed cabinet from NZXT. There are only 500 of these in the world and just a handful coming to India. The side panels of this cabinet are themed in the wall and door reinforcement designs from Rainbow Six Siege, and there is an illuminated 6 icon on the front panel along with a 6 icon charm and a puck in the signature breach charge design, which is only available with the H510 Siege. And one lucky winner on this giveaway is going to get a full esports PC sitting inside this beautiful cabinet. Now that you know everything that there is in the giveaway, the question is how you can take part. Well, it's fairly simple. First, head on to the link in the description of this video. Once you're at the giveaway landing page, fill out your details and follow the instructions. First, head on over to Facebook, make sure you're following us. 2, make sure you're following the Esports Club on Instagram. And 3, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Simple so far. Now the interesting part. In a 1-minute video on Instagram, tell us why you deserve this epic new PC from the Esports Club and all our partners. Make sure you follow the instructions carefully, use the right hashtags, tag the right accounts, and you can be one step closer to winning this epic setup. Now that's it guys, just a little bit of work and you can be one step closer to getting yourself your dream PC. I'm Captain Arya and this is the Esports Club, and we hope to see you in our next tournament.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Ready to breach.
Go, go, go! Follow my lead! Flashback!
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Double E Black D Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear in association with ACT Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games The Shop. I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host and analyst, Baba Gusta, and our admin, Mr. Reborn, as we are here for day 2 and the end of week 1 for Division 1 in Season 5 of the WWE Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege. It's been a fantastic opening week, ladies and gentlemen, but we've got 4 more games to go before we can call it for this first week. And before we get to the games, a quick reminder to all of our viewers to check out the socials of the Esports Club on Facebook and Instagram for the giveaway of a limited edition Rainbow Six Siege PC featuring a cabinet, a Siege-themed cabinet by NZXT. There's only 500 of these PCs across the world, so if you want to have a chance of owning one of these for yourself, check out the Esports Club on Instagram and Facebook for how to enter the giveaway, and the link in the description as well. With all that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, it is a huge game. Straight off the bat, Union Gaming taking on TRN8 Valiants. A massive game, one that got a lot more interesting after yesterday's matches, but Baba Gusta, our analyst, has more to share on that. Baba, the mic is yours.
Well, thank you, Jack. Coming up with the turn 8 Valiants, they did their performance were obsolete. 5 to the
Watch Union Gaming or Valiance, whoever it is really, start winning attacking rounds back to back, as Kira Esports showed us yesterday against Level 0 Esports. But that's a match that happened separate. Then we'll talk about that whenever Kira Esports and Level 0 come up in their respective games tonight. The first ban is in, and it is the Nomad to be taken off the board for the side of the attackers. And of course, that's going to send Union Gaming thinking about what to play in her stead, because the Nomad is a very good operator. A lot of map control potential with her air jabs and flashbangs, and the guns that she has can do a good, can be used to make a good push as well. Excuse me for the pause right there. As the second ban on the map is the Thatcher, a fairly standard ban. No real need to go into too much detail about that, seeing as the Thatcher is, of course, well, he's Thatcher. He's got 3 EMPs that can take out an entire city block if placed correctly, and just so versatile and so useful on a map like Villa. That's why he's been banned by UG. But here we go. Here's an interesting one. The Jaeger ban is in and that will only leave Wamai for the side of the defenders to do any sort of projectile utility denial for the side of the attackers, and that's pretty big because Wamai can only stop 5 projectiles. Jaeger can stop 6. So, you know, if they were combined together, that's a total of 11 projectiles stopped. But that won't be happening as Valkyrie is the final ban on the map. And before we get into round 1, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we're going to have to go into a rehost from the side of Valiant, seeing as they had the disconnection somewhere in between of the ban phase. I actually failed to spot that. But regardless, we'll be right back on the other side of this rehost with round 1 very shortly indeed. Stay tuned.
Oh yeah. Going through my head like a jet plane, going with the lights on. Turns out it started with a fight tonight. See me in the car going right to
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game between Union Gaming and TRN8 Valiant on the map of Villa. We are back on the other side of the rehost just before the first round could happen, and it is in fact going to be round one. We're about to be underway with this game after a little bit of an extended wait. You know, there were some issues causing a delay in the stream, and then there were some issues causing a rehost, which caused even farther delay. But that is all over and done with, and hopefully that's the last rehost we will see in the entirety of the match itself, as we have a couple of 6 picks to go off for the side of both these teams. We've got Ying from Sparko, and we had a Castle pick from the side of Valiance as well. Speaking of which, let's have a quick look at the rosters coming in from both of these teams today in the match. From the side of Union Gaming, these people need no introduction as they have been so prolific in our region. But regardless, we've got EX7, Dagger, Sparko, Jittery, and Beat. And for the side of TRN Valiance, we've got Archangel, Kingslayer, Hermie1, Poison, and Ditchel coming in on both of these rosters. And such beautiful rosters we have here on display for all of our viewers at home, as it is going to be, in fact, a first floor kitchen dining from the side of Valiance. Switching things up instantly, not going for Trophy or Aviator. It is going to be Kitchen Dining off the bat on the map of Villa. And of course, I'm not saying that, you know, they should have gone for the other side over this one. This side is very much defendable, especially as of recently where players and teams have picked up on how to actually go about defending this site using the castle, the echo, and all of that. But no, Jittery's going to start things off, finding Mozzie off the board, and looks like that was a potential wallbang? Question mark. I'm not sure where the Mozzie went down. I think it may have been towards the side of the red stairs. Jittery did find him, or it could have been inside of Memorial himself, because Jittery is himself low on HP, which would make sense, because otherwise it wouldn't be a wallbang if the Mozzie didn't shoot back. He's going to make his way into Laundry. He's got Beat droning himself in as well. Very close to sight already. He's going to deal with Poison in just a second. Looks like they want to go for a big push straight into sight. The Hibana and the Sledge. However, they might want to... Oh, wait, that wall is soft. And as one makes it, he's going to get taken out, and the other goes down as well. Archangel and Poison dropping the diffuser nice and early, but the X1's here to refrag onto Archangel, making it a 3 versus 3 from the second floor. It's a bit of an unfortunate play coming in from the side of Union Gaming, who's there to drop the diffuser, as the Ying will go down to Legion as well, as Kingslayer takes down Sparko in the meanwhile. An attempted rush coming in from the side of UG, but that soft wall unfortunately proving to be their downfall, as the Echo was more than happy to take things off the hands of, to take the diffuser off the hands of UG. Dagger and EX7 are the only ones that remain for the side of Union Gaming right now, as Dagger's trying to do some utility clearance, as he should be doing, but with a minute and 20 remaining, and with only EX7 to support him, they got to work things out between themselves to try and find their way into sight against an Echo, a Castle, and a Legion. Not exactly in the best of situations. UG, they tried to start off strong against Valiance, but they may or may not have underestimated how a Valiance could turn things around on their head as quickly as they did. Right now, 50 seconds remain for the side of these attackers, as, of course, they're just getting some final intel, doing some final bit of clearing before they get in. Look at these cross angles, established from the side of Valiance. And meanwhile, they know that there's only so many areas that Union Gaming can enter from. That's why they're going to be holding down as much as they can. Well, the balcony window is going to be broken open. That's the Memorial, window. As EX7, the Ash, is trying to make his way into sight through that soft breach that was made by the Sledge earlier. The diffuser has been recovered, but Hermie was watching the long angle as EX7 was trying to plan, but unfortunately it looks like the diffuser seems to be in a bit of an undercoverable position. He finally got it. He might want to go for this. Dagger's found one in the meanwhile. That's Hermie on the board, but the plant has been spotted. Poison will take that kill. It's a 1v2. All down to the last man standing, as IQ takes one, but gets refragged by Kingslayer instantly. And that is Dagger to go down, as the quick rotate with the impact grenade comes in from the Legion to find the last player of Union Gaming. It came down to a 1v2, down to a 1v1. However, as it goes, TRN Valiance will start things off by winning round one. Round two is going to be in play on second floor Aviator and Games Room. And just for the back of that first round, we can tell already, Valiance, they're not here to mess around.
Well, you're absolutely right, Jack. Kingslayer with the greatest recovery, taking out two of those players who are trying to gain the upper hand, getting on the side to be aggressive and try to take out. Eventually, didn't work out. Valiance with the great crosshair placements, and with that, they'll be winning on round one on first floor dining room. Now, I just kind of. It's basically a targeted ban coming in from turn 8 Valiance, especially on the side of defense, taking out Jaeger, in which it
Attackers
would
need to locate
take
and
out the
defuse as
necessary
many
tools
bombs
to
as they
defend on
can.
the side of closet room, and I kind of understand why. Because since Valiants will be on defense, they will actually high prioritize the trophy and saturated room to be picked on the third map on the third round. Because since trophy and saturated room is useless without Jaeger and Ramai combo, in which we actually see that is one of the most meta strategies that we've ever seen. Instead, there won't be picking that specific site on the earliest map. So looks like on second round they'll be picking on the second floor
10
aviator
seconds
and
left
games
before
room. Just
insertion.
keep that in mind that Sparko is playing as the Ying, basically knowing for the fact
5
that they don't
seconds to
have
insertion.
any utilities to counter with. I mean, most of the utilities that
Attackers
do
are moving
counter
out to
is
locate
with
a
the
bomb and
Jaeger's
defuse it.
ADSs, but since it won't be able to since Jaeger is banned and won't be able to play on this map Villa, it will be a little bit difficult for the defenders. I mean, yes, you have the other operator has called Warden, he will be able to see through flashbangs, but unfortunately he won't be able to play on the side of turn 8 Valiance. Action phase coming into play, and with that we'll be seeing Hermie 1 playing on the side of the bathrooms, hopefully to try to get one or two kills. Hopefully, if the attackers try to execute on the side of the fireplace hall right from outside the balcony, he may be able to take one or two kills from out of it. But looks like Jittery will be deciding to play the roam hunting game. Uh, hopefully to evacuate or exterminate any roamer's presence being used on the side of turn 8 Valiance. And with that, we'll be only seeing Dipjol
Attackers
holding an
have
angle on the
located a
side of
bomb.
red stairs, hopefully to make sure that they won't be able to get that site as
A
best as
bomb
they
has been
can.
located.
It's quite interesting to see how Unit Gaming is mainly focused on clearing the whole specific side on the first floor. And we'll be seeing Sparko holding an angle right from the top as one of the Grismoth mines will be triggered and hopefully compromises the location. And it's quite interesting to see Dipjol rotating back to the game from knowing for the fact that there are actually 2 or 3 more players
Attackers have dropped
trying
the
to
bomb
contest in a
diffuser.
Archangel sees the body but won't be able to find a connect, but Jeffrey will be the one to get that first connect, taking out one of the players on the side of Turn 8 Valiance, but Hermie 1 will be there to refrag. Refrag comes in from none other than Sparko himself to equalize the man count, but at what cost? They have a lot of minutes for the attackers as they will progress to be on the side of main stage. They have the control. The only problem is they don't have control of the read room just yet. And that is Ella. She'll be down and out from Sparko himself with that overpowered primary weapon. Poison on the other hand with the LMG taking out Dagger, leading to Union Gaming having only 2 players left. Sparko has the diffuser in hand and a lot of Delas to be used as well. Beat, he's going to be using his Excaro pellets to make an angle on the side of Kane's room in which Archangel is holding an angle. With that, there is a higher possibility where Archangel is going to fall back, but look at that, the denial comes in from Poison as he takes out the Hibana's Excaro pellets, which leading to Union Gaming their only way to attack is from the games room, which is going to be really difficult for them to contest, knowing for the fact that they don't have any more angles being placed on the reading room, and Archangel is ready for that execute. But Sparko, he's very known for the fact that there is a shotgun piece there. He's going to be all of the Cinderella's blinding the smoke, but here comes
15 seconds remaining.
Sparko pushing in, doesn't actually see the smoke. This is a wonderful opportunity.
10
He
seconds
takes out
left.
with the shotgun. An unexpected play coming in from Archangel, taking out Sparko, followed up with Poison, taking out the Hibana, which gives Turn 8 Valiance a win on round 2. An unexpected play coming in from TR and 8 Valiant, leading Union Gaming shocked and dazed. We'll be proceeding on to round 3 as they will be defending on second floor trophy room and statuary room. Knowing for the fact that they've successfully defended on dining and aviator room, this will be their third round picking on trophy room and statuary room, because after the 4th round, Turn 8 Villains will be able to pick up the same sites yet again, but this time it is locked and they have to rely on this specific site. Turn 8 Villains 2-0 in favor of Turn 8 Villains.
Absolutely right there. I'm not quite sure how Sparko ended up missing the smoke, because I don't think Archangel was actually hiding behind any particular corners, unless, of course, that push that came in from Sparko, he relied on the Candelas to flash the smoke and maybe go prone somewhere and then got distracted seeing the Maestro's gun barrel. I'm not quite sure what even happened in there. Archangel, honestly, if you ask me, should not have been allowed to survive that encounter in the slightest. The Maestro getting kill on the Hibana was one thing, but whatever happened in between the kill on the Sparko, that was definitely something none of us saw coming. As right now we're going to be moving on to round 3, second floor trophy, and Statutory is the site of choice from Valiant, who have once again pulled a surprise lead onto the side of Union Gaming. Yesterday it was against Virtual 5 where they looked like they were going to lose, and then they pulled back onto a 7-5 victory. Right now, Valiant, continuing the momentum from yesterday, are bringing in the pressure onto the side of Union Gaming. They've done well so far, adapted to the way Union Gaming plays, and adapted to their aggression, while UG, they're looking off form yet again. Not exactly their best, as right now, their record of being the reigning champions for 4 seasons of the WD Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege is in danger. You know, they've taken a dent yesterday against Monka S. We saw that happen on stream the last game of last night, and that was a shocker to say the least. But today against Valiants, will Valiants become the 3rd team ever in the league to actually beat Union Gaming? Yesterday it was on Consulate, today it's on Villa, and right now Valiants, they'll be looking for this victory. As the impact trick comes out once again, Poison doing his best to deny the Hibana. The Excalibur spells from Beat are not working, but he's going to insist on that as another impact trick will come out, but this time it actually doesn't deny, and Poison's gonna have to pull back because the blast radius just wasn't wide enough. Sparkle coming in for the repel on the Astronomy Windows. Got to be careful as Jittery's found Libgel in the meanwhile. That's a huge drop right there. The Warden goes down as they were anticipating the Ying. That's where the Warden played, but unfortunately there is no Ying this time around. Glory shields get popped by grenades being thrown into sight from Union Gaming as shots are fired. Poison takes a bit of damage from the long angle, but the IQ will go down, and that's a great connect from Hermie1 through the shield. He's going to see the Sledge playing by here as well, but Jittery so far he has not been connected onto. He's got to be careful, mind you. The Bomai could take him on the board any second now. Another Vulcan shield gets popped in the meanwhile as the X7 is going to pull up on the Astronomy stairs. Hermie1 with the double. He's taken off 2 very important players, and he will be refragged by EX7, who's making his way onto site. He's seen where the smoke is as he's taking some damage as well, but there's Kingslayer coming from the back. That's the flank that he has to watch out for on Astronomy stairs. EX7, are you aware? Looks like he may not be, but there's a C4 coming in from the Goyo, I think. Yep, that will not claim anybody, but Archangel will claim Sparko, and there goes the X7 as well, and it's a 1v3 all down to beat the Hibana, stuck inside a master bedroom with the diffuser in a very uncompromising position as he got to go up against a Maestro, a Goyo, and a Smoke. All of them are looking to take his head clean off, and they will. That is the Maestro right there. Poison pre-firing away to glory with that beautiful LMG on the Italian defender. As he takes the kill, drops the Hibana, the diffuser, and everything else as round 3 goes to the side of Valiants. They're doing their all, while Union Gaming, once again, very battered right now. Going into round 4, first floor kitchen dining is the side of choice once again. I'm not quite sure what's going on in the head of UG, as yeah, I'm kind of lost for words once again.
I mean, yeah, you have to give appreciation to Hermie1 playing as the Vomai with the deployable shields, holding in on the side of Astronomy Room as he takes out 2 of the operators in the side of Bathroom, in which it was quite a quick pre-fire in which Union Gaming had no response to give on to, because they didn't even see the body at all. The shots were in, and Hermie1 getting those 2 important wins. And also, Kingslayer, I believe, was playing as the Goyo. He actually made a really great rotate right from behind, giving them the win that they desire, and eventually actually they did, winning 3 rounds back-to-back against Team Union Gaming. This time they'll be going to defend yet again on first floor dining room, and I hope Union Gaming won't be able to make the same mistakes yet again. Aussie opening up a little bit of floors just so that they won't, basically to conceal where the pest is being used on. And Sparko, quite interestingly, is going to be playing as the Fuse, and I believe they're going to try to take control on the side of bathroom to hopefully try to flush out any operators being present on the side of either on kitchen or from dining room. Even though we actually did see a little bit of rotations made on the side of first floor, as we see right now, Hermi one with the super shorty making a rotation from the basement as well as on the side of dining room as well. A lot of rotations for the defenders. If the attackers try to gain at least one of those rotations in hand, they can be able to take out one of those by hand. But they don't see the runouts coming in from Kingslayer, as he will pick out the life of Jitri. An early frag, and Union Gaming is already in trouble here. IQ is going to be using her scanners to take out any other utilities being posed on the side of Valiance. And I believe they'll be taking out one, but won't be able to see the Mozzie creeping in on the side of Trophy Room, as he's going to be taking out Jaeger. That's two players gone on the side of Team Union Gaming, and they still have a lot of time for attackers to get on to EX7. He needs to get this kill, or else TR&8 Valiance will be having their moment of win. Having 4 rounds on comeback, but Kingslayer has got it covered, taking out EX7, and with that there's only 2 players remaining on the side of Team Union Gaming. And just looking at their playstyle, they are absolutely getting crumbled on the side of Valiance, having no response for their attack, especially on the side of roaming capabilities, with Kingslayer being very aggressive and Dibjol taking out EX7 and Dagger out by surprise though, which leads to a lot of minutes remaining for the attackers and a lot of manpower advantage on the side of Turn 8 Valiance. Sparko still has the the cluster charges, but the only problem is they don't have the control on the building just yet, as he's going to be using one of the cluster charges, but Archangel yet again countering it, taking out a Sparko. Well, looks like it's beat yet again, and he has to clutch this one out, and an impossible 1v5 clutch situation currently being held up on the side of basement. And the defenders doesn't know where exactly Beat's position is, but with that flashbang being thrown, that callout will soon be arriving right about now. 50 seconds left, and Hermi won't playing on the side of basement with great usage of those castle armor panels, but currently Hermi1 knows that there is Beat playing on the side of the basement, so it's basically just a waiting time for now. UG still has to think about their attack strategies, hopefully to at least win 1 or 2 rounds on the side of attacks. This is quite shocking to see that Union Gaming is falling apart one by one, especially on the side of attack on map Villa, knowing for the fact that it is heavily defender side of it is heavily a defender favored map, but still, you know, it's quite effective if it's on the second floor of Trophy Statuary Room or on the side of the Aviator and Games Room. Dining room should be given on the advantage of the attackers. Well, it's a lot of time being wasted on the side of the side. We'll be able to find out Poison, but he will be dead. Turn 8 Valiance on a flawless streak, winning round 4 on first floor dining, and this is quite an impressive performance being displayed on the side of Turn 8 Valiance.
And on that note, more than just an impressive performance from TR&8 Valiance, it's just the fact that Union Gaming, if anything, if I were to make a bit of a speculative read right here, they seem a little, I don't know, tired, discoordinated. I'm not really sure what the word would be, but they just look completely off their game in this match on Villa. And Valiance, they're taking full advantage of that. They're not going to stop for anything, as right now it is 4-0 in favor of TR&8 Valiance on the map of Villa. We're going to be going to second floor AVG off the back of the round that was just won on Kitchen. And as the 6-pick face timer counts to 0, we're going to have 0 6-picks, in fact. Once again, bringing in the Ying from Sparko, I believe that is. Although, you know, seeing what we saw a couple rounds ago back on round 2, yeah, even maybe the Ying might not exactly work out for the side of Union Gaming. It's hard to say at this moment, seeing as the kind of game we're getting here, shall we say, is definitely not the Union Gaming that we have seen take 4 seasons back to back, and it's definitely not the kind of play that you expect from them. Valiance, they're bringing in their all. Yesterday against Vector Sports, they had a fantastic game, and Vector Sports looked good as well. It was a 7-5, and it was was definitely a huge game for Valiants, coming into Division 1 of Season 3's qualifiers, into Division 2 in Season 4, and then making their way to Division 1 in Season 5. They have impressed us a lot over the course of these last 3 seasons, and right now, Valiants, after winning against Vector Sports, are impressing us once again against Union Gaming. But then again, you know, UG, like I said, they look off their game, to say the least. You know, there's other words I could be using right now, but I don't think it will be appropriate for a stream. As right now, it is the Aviator Games push coming in from the side of UG. All of them are on the balcony. The callouts are going to be in, but no, the pulse is going to go down, as that was to be expected. Beat, he's going to take the head of Kingslayer nice and quickly and shut down the pulse before he can be a real menace to the side of the attackers. That's 1 down, 4 versus 5 for the side of Valiants, who are currently in a 4-round lead. Meanwhile, a drone's been taken over and had to be taken out by the attackers. That's the counter intel and intel denial from the side of the Mozzie, doing his thing and making sure that the side of Valiant stay on top, even if they are a man down. Sparko, he's trying to play vertical with the Ying's LMG, trying to use those lines of sight that the defenders, have for themselves against them. But Hermie1, he's down here. He's got to be careful, as the Ying is somewhat aware of where this Mozzie's playing. I think he's watching that angle, and he will take the head off of the Mozzie nice and quickly as Hermie1 goes down. And that's another big drop right there. The Mozzie's on the board, and Union Gaming are slowly starting to wake up here as the flashbangs are going to come out to burn out the Wide ADS, and then eventually take out the shield that he's sitting behind. They've just taken a bit of damage off that, but he's managed to rotate back to site as well. 3 versus 5, excuse me, 3 versus 5 right now for the side of Valiants. They can still come back off of this with a hard come in. Is it going to be impact check? One half of it is, and the other half not so much. Archangel's gonna drop Jittery in the meanwhile. The sledge is off the board, but to what effect is the real question here. Though Mindset of Vault, he's rotating around as Poison. He's trying to find a position, as he has behind the bar, to try and find some feet of these attackers. He could find Dagger any second up, but no, he's going to look away, and that could be his undoing. He's trying to peek the hallway, but there's a drone and a Dagger himself coming in, as that is the IQ trying to play here. And in the meanwhile, Sparker's going to find 2. He's cleared out game room entirely. Archangel's going to refrag, but he's going to get taken out for his trouble inside of Aviator, as Dagger Fist will close things out for the side of Union Gaming, finally taking a round on board, pre-firing away to Glory. Dagger is going to make sure that they take a round at the very least. Round 5 is in on the attack, and Union Gaming finally have put a round on board. Round 6 is going to be in play, the last round before roll swap on second floor trophy and statutory room.
Well, looks like Union Gaming is slowly gaining up in form as they are winning their first attack on round 5 against TR8 Valiants. This time on round 6, defending on trophy room, Union Gaming has a chance to win on this specific round, giving them 2-4. As after on the roll 7 will be round 7, we'll be seeing a roll swap where Union Gaming is going to go on defense. It has a higher possibility where Union Gaming might gain this win back up and hopefully get hope to counter or best TR8's performance. They've been on form, especially with Kingslayer, the Goyo. He's been making quite a lot of plays here, but with the round on the line, we're going to be seeing the scoreboard. Archangel 6 kills, and Kingslayer also doing the same. Kingslayer also has the same kills, 6 kills, but according to the score-wise, Archangel is on the top of the leaderboard. Heading on to Sparko, he has 5 kills in his game playing. He was playing as the Ying. The active team on the previous round, getting those important wins, clearing the entire games room, giving Union Gaming the opportunity to get those easiest frag as best as they can. And with that, round 6 will be up in play after this action phase. Prep phase comes to an end. Action phase will be up in form as 3 of the players on the side of Union Gaming will be spawning on the side of Fountain. I mean, on the side of Villa, we have quite a lot of Easter eggs from Ubisoft himself. A lot of cross-game references coming in, especially with the new update as well. We are really excited to see how Sam Fisher will fit in on the side of Rainbow Six Siege. But currently, according to the rule-wise, in the competitive matchmaking, we won't be able to see Sam Fisher being played. That's quite unfortunate, but it's really interesting to see how well that they're going to adapt, knowing for the fact that we'll be able to see Ace and Melusi being in play after this next season comes in play. And look at that, the heavy aggression comes in as he tries to waltz in the window, as EX7 will get that early frag taken out. Individual, an important operator indeed, as the Wamai is off the board. The C4 out in play, the MPX out, and most importantly, his signature goggles will be up in effect. And Hermie 1 is already quite tagged in a lot of HP when he was trying to. Basically, that was a wall bang coming in from the Zofia himself taking out an EX7, making plays for his team. A lot of drone work being coming in, a lot of positions being compromised, and here we go, EX7 double kill, taking out Poison, and he is hungry for more. He gains the control on Sanctuary Room, but still doesn't have the control on the side of gaming room, the trophy room just yet. And that's where Archangel is playing with the SMG-11. He needs to make his plays, and a lot of players on the side of gaming are inside the classical hallway. A lot of pre-fires coming in, but Archangel will shut down EX7 with the SMG-11. That's only one player down, but still Union Gaming still has this possibility to win this against TR and Valiance. C4 is going to go out on the side of Yesterday, won't be able to connect, and a lot of wall bangs coming in on the side of Hermie 1. Won't be able to connect as well. Beat repelling in on the side of a strong medium. Still needs to be careful, as there is Archangel actually rotated down thanks to, he just bought it right from outside, went on the stairs, right to test the beat, and look at that, Union Gaming sticks on the diffuser, and now it is post-run situation on the side of Turnit Variant, and they are going to rotate back on the position, but doesn't see Kingslayer from behind, taking out Sparko, but he will be down for now. Jitty to take the final kill. He'll be able to take out the smoke as well on the side of Sanctuary Room, and look at that, Jittery will take those 3 important kills as Union Gaming will win their second attack on round 6 trophy room, and we're going to be seeing a role swap on round 7 as Union Gaming will be on defense. Had a lot of problems on the side of attack as Team Valiant performing really well on defense, but this time Union Gaming getting those 2 important wins on round 5 and round 6. We may be able to see Union Gaming getting back on the lead and hopefully winning against Turnit Valiance. But let's not forget about them. They've been performing really well. TR in Valiance, especially Hermie 1 and Kingslayer. But EX7 with that early frags taking out those 2 important operators gave Union Gaming the opportunity to plant on the side of Sanctuary Room. With that, we'll be proceeding on to round 7, and I'm really excited to see what's going to go down. Will Union Gaming go, counter against TRNet's absolute performance, or will TRNet lose against UG? Only time will tell.
Well, right now, as it stands, TRNet Valiants are still in the lead, mind you, but they are now on attack on Villa. Villa itself is a defender-centered map, regardless of how you look at it. Now, there are days when attackers win multiple rounds on Villa. Whether or not this will be that kind of a day, I don't actually think so. Although Valiant, if they pull out their absolute best performance, similar to how they did against the side of Vector Sports, they definitely could turn this into an attacker-favorite map. But the way Union Gaming feels about it, wait a minute there. Okay, that's a couple of reinforcements towards the side of library. Looks like there's going to be an extended roam from the side of dining room and kitchen from the side of UG. Either that or they're just trying to go for a bit of a bait. Nah, I don't think it's going to be a bait. That's too few resources used up on the side of library room for that to be a bait. It's just a setup for an extended roam that Union Gaming are trying out here on their first round on defense. They are 2 rounds down. However, being on defense on Villa means that they get that Villa defense advantage. And sure, it may not be something as big as a clubhouse advantage, but it's still a pretty good one. As right now, you can see the setup that they've done. So many, they're just so wide, so stretched out. This defense, that is, I struggled for words for a quick second right there. But overall, Valiants, they're going to have to be on top of their game, because this means that a defender could come from anywhere to take them off the map. You've got the Oryx, you've got the Pulse, the Castle. 3 of them can make rotates, so can Dagger and Beat. All of them can pretty much make rotates one way or another, or have some sort of explosive utility, as the Pulse is giving a lot of intel to the side of the defense on where these attackers are positioned. Right now they're on the pantry stairs window, and of course that's a window that defenders generally don't like to contest, seeing as it's not a great angle to peek. The attackers have an advantage at least there, but EX7 of course are doing what the EX7 does, giving intel to his team, being a good pulse player. He's just gotta be careful from the stairs down below. That's the Ash. Dibjo trying to push from the basement area. As Archangel's in, he's gonna throw some bullets in to try and see what he can do about the situation that Valiance have found themselves in. A minute 30 and less remaining for the side of Valiance to make this play happen, as they're slowly trying to make their way into sight. Looks like the push will in fact be coming in from the kitchen stairs, or the back stairs, whatever that's called, and a Gemini replicator of the Eon is going to come in. Oh dear, that C4 is exactly why the Gemini was thrown in, as not even the Ash is taking any damage from that. Digital, he's going to be aware of this fact, but he's still going to go down as Beat takes the first kill of the round itself. Takes out a drone while he's at it, and the man has just taken a huge drop right there. Will he find another one? No, the Iana finds him instead. The prone peak not quite working out. Archangel takes the refrag. 4 versus 4, but 50 seconds remain for the side of the attackers as they have to come in and get these frags in as quickly as possible. Look at this, Sparko with the instant, well not instant, get this angle set up for quite some time, but regardless, it's an angle that's going to be important for the side of the defenders. The attackers have rotated, mind you. Valiance, they're pushing from a different angle altogether and only firing from that pantry window as bait as they want to go into laundry. However, the heartbeat is going to give away the fact that that breach is going to be in. Sparko, he's going to have to pick a fight against the Gridlock. Kingslayer up on second floor, and he's second now as everyone's trying to come in, and so is Archangel, but they can. That's electrified. EX7 is going to blow up Archangel off the map. Less than 10 seconds remain. They have to get in right now. If they don't, they can't get the plant off. Hermie1 goes down to EX7 as well, as the Poison's trying to make his way in. He's going to drop as well, and the Kingslayer, he'll be dropped by Sparko at the last second, as Union Gaming with a beautifully done hold, adapting to the changes made by Valiance at the last second as well, as the change of push wasn't what Valiance could pull off. Round 7 goes to the side of Union Gaming, slowly clawing their way back. 4-3 is the scoreline, still in favor of Valiance, mind you, but it's a flimsy one-round lead that Union Gaming can make up in an instant, as we're going to be moving to second floor trophy and stat story on round 8.
Well, 3-4, still in favor of turn 8 Valiance, especially. I have to give a little bit of appreciation to Archangel, who was playing as the Hyena. She actually used that Gemini replicator in such a way that Pete he actually had to throw a C4. But it was a really great bait, but in the end, EX7 with those 3 perfect kills, playing as the Pulse, knowing for the fact that he actually took out one of the operators, so he has to protect your bombs on the side in the right nick of time, getting those 2 to 3 important kills. And with that, round 8 will be in play, and I believe Team Union Gaming is up in form, and I believe that they have a lot of chance to go on to. And looks like they'll be... I don't think there will be a certain operator holding on the side of Closet, because they don't have enough utilities to even counter, especially on the side of the attackers. You're going to be see Dagger throwing up his Electro Claws on top of the Statuary Room. That's quite interesting to see that. And I believe since Thatcher is banned, finding that Electro Claws will be difficult for Turn 8 Valiance to take it out and hopefully try to, go for the plant on the side of Trophy Room. It will be very difficult for them. And Beat playing as the mute, that jammer will be very important when it comes to denying those drones and also denying some of the utilities, which even includes the Hibana's Exkyro pellets, Dipjo's Speed Charge if they have one, and Kingslayer. I mean, they won't be able to counter the Kingslayer's KSOE lifeline because it is a launcher. So with that, so we're going to be seeing Archangel playing as the Capitao. Great usage of when it comes to great operator when it comes to executing on the sides, thanks to his fire and smoke bolts. But he needs to do it at the right amount of time, because drone also coming on the side of Tony Williams has 2-3 operators playing on the bedroom roof, hopefully to just get drone us as best as they can, as we're going to be seeing Dipjol entering on the side of Closet, knowing for the fact that there is no operator being present, but still needs to be careful on EX7 with the cardiac sensor being used. A lot of intel will be played, and also vice versa, as EX7 will be spotted from the drone, so he has to fall back from a certain position here. Kingslayer holding an angle on the side of basement just to make sure EX7 won't be able to go for that flank, but looks like EX7 will be back on site, making sure that he won't be able to die in an early frag, because a more manpower is equal to more chances of winning on the side of Union Gaming, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Dipjol holding on the side of the statuary room. He's just basically trying to get angle as best as he can. He doesn't have any angles coming in. Pre-fire comes in and Kingslayer will get beat. That's one operator off the board. The mute, the dangerous shotgun, and the C4 off the board. This is not looking well on the side of Team Union Gaming, because that the shield operator Dipjol is going to be causing a lot of problems, giving more amount of intel. So basically he's just a mountaineer with a lot of intel for the attackers to get onto, and looks like Dagger and Sparko is holding a crossfire angle, hopefully to make sure that there won't be any attackers holding the angle, but sad to say that they won't be. Poison, he will be holding an angle on the windows, but sad to say that they won't be able to open up the statuary room, thanks to Dagger with the electrocause being placed on top of it, makes the TR and its Valiant's life a nightmare. Hermie 1 holding on as the astronomy room, as we can be seeing a angle being made on the side of Valiants, vaulting on the side of bedroom, but unfortunately sheer poison will find one. But Sparko on the other hand takes out the Montaigne, followed up with Dagger with the C4. That's two operators gone on the side of Turnate Valiants. Make that three as one of the operators gone. EX7 with the perfect knife taking out Kingslayer as well, which leading on to Poison all by himself with the diffuser on board. A lot of C4 comes in on the side of EX7, but Dagger will be there to take that final kill. Union Gaming gets their final frag, as they will be winning 4 wins in a row. 3 on defense and 1 on attack, as we will be proceeding on to round 9. And looks like Union Gaming has their upper hand 4-4, equalizing the round. And this is where the magic comes into play. We'll be able to see Union Gaming gain up, or will Turnate Valiants do vice versa? Who knows? Only time will tell.
Absolutely right there. And it looks like Union Gaming have shown up finally as the Union Gaming we've come to know and love over the course of these last 4 seasons of the WD Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege. And looks like Valiants, they're going to have to bring out the big guns. They know this, as Jittery with the 200. Nope. Okay, he was going to go into the Wamai, but decides to go for the Oryx instead. Meanwhile, we've got the Lion pick coming in from the side of Valiants. That is huge right there, because when there's a Lion in play, you know that the attackers want to get this round in. Emphasis on the want, because they don't want to lose their lead. They have lost their lead. It's equalized, but they don't want to go onto the disadvantage, and Valiants are going to be fighting hard for it, bringing the Lion into play. UG, in the meanwhile, they know the Lion's in play, of course. The reveal phase was a thing, and after the action phase begins, whenever a Lion scan comes in, or whenever a piece of utility, intel utility that is, say like an Evil Eye or a deployable cam, spots the Lion, or an E1D goes out, they'll know that the Lion is in fact in play. Although, so to speak, Lion's battle rifle also makes a very distinct sound, now that I think about it. It's one of the more distinct weapon sounds in the game, and I actually kind of like it, but it's just a sad fact that Lion is such a decisive operator. EX7's actually found Arcagent in the meanwhile. Speaking of the Lion, he's on the board, and EX7's been down for his trouble. He should be taken out by Kingslayer any second now, who's just apprehensive of any defending operators being around to revive EX7. There is somebody, in fact, but the kill will be confirmed, but that was unneeded, as Jittery will take the kill on the Kingslayer as well through the open hatch on the 90 hallway. And that was a needless jump in from Kingslayer, as he should have been rightly afraid, as he was for a quick second before he decided to jump in, all wanting the kill. Unfortunately, Valiants have lost 2 for the price of 1. EX7 goes down, and that is a huge drop, but you lost Archangel, the Lion, and Kingslayer, the Zofia. 2 huge operators and 2 huge players for the side of Valiants, and arguably too big to drop in this sort of a situation. Hurley 1, Poison, and Dipjo, they're great in their own right, but without Archangel and Kingslayer, they're already at a massive disadvantage. In the meanwhile, EX7, the Pulse, of course, that is a lot of utility that was lost from that run as well, because, of course, of the Heartbeat Scanner, the UMP, and, of course, the C4 that the man brings in. All of those being off the board will be a little cause for some concern for the side of Union Gaming, but they still have a C4 with Sparko. That is the Goyo right there. They've still got Dagger with the Denial and Intel. So, you know, in a way, it can be traded out. Meanwhile, the Works has been spotted, and they're just going to take that kill happily. Jittery getting a little too aggressive on that peak right there, as that is going to give the side of Valiant a much-needed equalizer against the side of Union Gaming. The side itself is AVG. You wouldn't exactly think that with the way that these teams have played outside of sight so far, but there's 50 seconds remaining as the gas canisters are now coming out from the smoke. There's going to be a hard breach coming in towards the main wall of AVA. Now, an angle into Vault, or rather an extended angle into Vault, as there already is one, but the Ibana pellets are going to be denied. There's a couple of them from the Maestro's Evil Eye that's positioned inside of the office room. The push is going to come in, and Poison's going to find Dagger in the meanwhile. That's a pretty big drop right there, as I'm not sure if everyone is aware of Goyle this close to him. Sparko, he's in a good position, as they're just trying to push him aside. The flashbangs are coming in to try and find the smoke as well, and the Goyle will go down. That's unfortunate. It's a 1v3, all down to the last man standing, and that is beat with the SMG 11. He sees the IQ, but he's going to get dropped instead, as Valiants are still going to be able to pull this round out from underneath Union Gaming. 4 rounds in a row that they lost, and they've finally taken second floor Aviator Games Room for themselves on round 9. Union Gaming once again looked a little tattered right there, got a little too over aggressive, peaked a few angles that shouldn't be peaked. I'm looking at you, Jittery, but regardless, it is once again the lead for the side of Valiants. 5-4 is the score line, and we're heading to first floor kitchen and dining.
Well, one more round for turn 8 Valiants, and it will be a match point for them. And Union Gaming had a lot of problems to deal with, especially with the wonderful spawn pick coming in from EX7. Tries to take out Jittery, trying to take out the Lion, but Jittery kind of used EX7 more of as a bait, just so that the Zofia can be able to enter in, take him out. It actually did work out, but just like I said, Jack, unnecessary peaks coming in from Jittery himself, which made turn 8
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Specific site. Now, 4 to 5, I'm going to be saying out loud, and yeah, we actually did see on round 7 picking the same side yet again. First floor dining room, which Union Gaming perfectly played that really well. They didn't actually go for more of the runouts, but more importantly, they took the manpower to their advantage, holding a lot of the angles on the side of dining room, eventually giving the attackers no room to not only get inside the side but also denying them from planting the diffuser. With that, we're going to be seeing Sparko playing as the cast of those armored panels, as well as the super shotgun will be able to make quite use, because that armor panel will be able to block a certain door, and that rotation hole will be able to make an entryway for both the attackers and defenders, if known with the drones, obviously. With that, action phase will be in play with Dipjol. It's quite a Dipjol with the SMG. The PDW-9 SMG being played with the primary weapon. It does a lot of magazine capacity, a lot of problems with the fire rate, and moderate amount of damage, but it still gets the job done for the Jackal. The scanner will be way much more useful as well. He can be able to find any rumors being roaming from a particular side. We'll be seeing them trying to gain control on the side of bathrooms. Bathrooms or bedrooms. This time we'll be seeing Sparko all by himself defending on that specific side, holding either from the astronomy room or from the statuary room. Archangel, Dipjol, Hermie 1, 3 of them on the bedroom roof. As Sparko will be detected by one of those drones, so he has to fall back, find a perfect position for him to get a proper angle to take them out by surprise. Taking out 2 of the drones will give the opportunity for Union Gaming's players to hopefully conceal their locations. And with that, we'll be going to be seeing beat with the C4. Using his C4, and he will detonate it, taking out Archangel. That is the buck of the board. No more of those skeleton seas, no more of those flashbangs. And just like that, we still have one of 2 of the C4s being utilized, I believe. One from EX7 and one from Beat. Those 2 C4s will be a little bit difficult, but Jittery has pre-placed his C4, just waiting for the callers coming in from EX7, as Hermie 1 is nearly in the trap, and he will be gone as well. boom goes the dynamite, and Hermie1 will be caught in that explosion. With that, 2 of those players gone in the cost of 3 Nitro C4s. But here comes the push-up coming in from Kingslayer. He'll be able to find EX7, but will he be able to get control of the side? As Dipjol is already in. He's just waiting for a perfect time to take out one of the proper operators that are to be hunkered down on the side of dining room as the castle panels can be gone. He's going to be prone peeking, be able to find one of the utilities of the defenders. I don't recover which one is it, but needs to be careful on the bullet holes being made where EX7, never mind, not the EX7, but it is Sparko with the UMP holding that specific angle here. A lot of upper walls being opened up, but sad to say Union Gaming, they don't have any C4s being used. Looks like both 5 Esports. Here comes the execution. Beat with 2 kills in 1 SMG magazine. He's going to be taking out 2 of the players, and Union Gaming, Sparko with the final kill, taking out Kingslayer as they will win their 10th round on first floor dining room, eventually equalizing the round against TR8 Valiance. This is going head to head, and we have absolutely zero idea on who's going to win up against. This one specific round will be able to determine who is going to be on match point. And oh boy, this is, I'm heated up. I'm really excited to see what's going to go down here, Jack.
Absolutely, and can I just say, beat with a 17-round magazine on the SMG-11. That sweep was huge right there, dropping not just the Hibana with the diffuser, but also the Jackal who was coming in for cover. What a play right there. Gun skill galore from the side of Union Gaming, and more than that, the team play was real from them in that last round as well, using not only the Pulse for intel, but the Mozzie C4 and the Mute C4 to catch 2 attackers completely off guard. And one of them, mind you, was the IQ Hermie1. Pretty ironic right there that the IQ was caught out by the C4. But that just goes to show how important the RED scanner is, because that C4 was pre-placed. Had Hermie1, had the RED scanner out, was looking for utility down below on the floor, he would have seen the C4, would have either tried to take it out or at least steered clear of it, warned his teammates at least, and that C4 would have been rendered useless. That is something that the IQ can do, and Hermie1, of course, there's always a chance to learn from your mistakes, so there's no reason to go too hard on him. It's just, it is at the end of the day a game of learning. You want to make sure you learn as much as you can in these matches, even if you're not having the best of time, just as Union were not initially, or when Valiance were back in the qualifiers before season 3. They took their time, they took their losses, they didn't get disheartened, they learned from their mistakes, and that's why we're seeing them be the team they are today, taking Union Gaming on head-to-head. Not only that, but managing to put them in a spot. UG so far have not been able to take the lead even once. They have gone back to single trophy and stat story, and they have won on trophy stat story as well before, but whether or not they're going to be able to win out this round is the real question here as well. There's a push coming into AVG, and there are defenders holding down AVG as well. There's a Wamai and a Goyo playing in this particular region. Jittery and Sparta as the Wamai are going to find the agility being thrown in. Will he find it? No, he won't. Jittery tried to go for a pre-fire right there. Couldn't find his over his head, but the Goyo shield will have popped, forcing Jittery to pull back to the punch hole angle that he made earlier. And Sparta playing on the 90 hallway. He's being spotted by the drone. The Vector's out of bullets. He's going to pull back as the Wamai. Will he find the Zofia? He's going to get the down in onto 1, and that is Kingslayer. That's a huge drop right there. Sparker's trying to get the confirmation. He really wants to go for this. He will find him, and Kingslayer is off the board. Team play galore once again from the side of UG. Jittery's taking damage from the peaks he was trying to make, and he's going to have to pull back as well towards the site that is a second floor trophy. And angles being opened by the side of Valiance towards the side of Vault on AVG. No, I don't know. Do they know that the site is actually in statuary? Because you wouldn't normally open that vault unless you are absolutely certain that there's somebody playing that particular region. It's a little bit of, I wouldn't say a waste of the Excaliburs, but it is still a good use of them. But again, the droning should have been there earlier, as everyone's making his way in. So is Poison. EX7, okay, that is a very interesting position. He's holding all the way down to the basement, as Dipjo is trying to fight somebody all the way on the bedroom window. Hermie1 going in through Vault. He's clearing this out as much as he can, but they don't have time, Bill. There's less than 45 seconds remaining, and you have to make this push happen. Arcangel's already on the landing door of Statutory. He's going to meet Sparko any second now, and he's going to be careful of this as everyone's holding down the stairs, knowing for the fact that there is a pulse in play. That means a flank will come in. It has to, if the side of Union Gaming want to hold on to this site as hard as they will. Or will they want to again? That's a missed flashbang right there from Poison. He meant to throw that into sight as Sparko is going to be able to hold down with that Goyo shield as Dibjol's grenade and Hermie when I found EX7 and B. That's a couple of big drops right there as suddenly it's a 3 versus 4 for the side of Valence to take advantage of. They only have 7 seconds remaining. Sparko's dropped one. There goes another one from Jittery as it's a 3 versus 1. Sparko with a triple. It's all down to Poison. Stuck inside of sight. No diffuser. No time. And Union Gaming will pull things out regardless as a brilliant site defense hold and a roam game comes out from them, wasting so much time for the side of Valiance on that AVG clear. And not only that, dropping Kingslayer before he could get serious in the round. As a round 12, ladies and gentlemen, the round of ones is in play. 6-5 is the scoreline, and right now Union Gaming not only have they taken the lead, but they've also taken the match point. 1 round to them to finish things off and secure the 0-4 to victory comeback, while Valiance have 1 round to push to overtime and give themselves a second chance at winning this game. Second floor Aviator and Games Room is going to be the site of choice for this showdown, ladies and gentlemen. And it is a huge round that we have coming up ahead of us.
Well, TR8 Valiance had Union Gaming in the first half. The Union Gaming had a lot of problems dealing on the side of defense, but they will always finish fast. Union Gaming 6-5 match point. And Turn8 Valiance need to step it up to at least put this match on overtime, or else basically Union Gaming will take the win against TR8. We've seen them performing really well, having making a lot of major upsets, defeating Virtual 5 Esports 5-7.
5 seconds remaining.
5-7, having I believe winning most of the matches on the side of defense on the map Clubhouse, but this time going, just like I said, the heaviest barrier of them all, and it will be very difficult for TR8 Valiance to break through, and that is Union Gaming match point. And looks like they'll be spawning, TR8 Valiance will be spawning on the main entrance. EX7 playing on the side of basements, working out quite well in his favor, and he has quite decided to not go for a run on they can. He'll be able to find the shock drone and he will eliminate it, leading one of the Twitch drones taking out, which gives the Maestro's Evil Eye Cams a little bit of breathing room to and have a less amount of possibilities not to get destroyed from any of the attackers. You still have Dibjol which is there and the fragment to be able to take out, as one of the C4s being detonated from none other than Sparko himself won't be able to connect nonetheless. He has 2 of his Vulcan shields being placed on Sanctuary Room, but doesn't have any Vamize and magnets to deploy them, to deploy or try to counter it. But with the Archangel, I mean, wait a minute, they don't have anything, but look at that, the flashbang, the frag grenade comes in from Dibjol as he claims the life of Sparko, including the Vulcan shields. Excaro spell is being used and he'll be making a long angle from bedroom roof to the trophy room, which gives a lot of problems, but sad to say that the site is on the 2nd floor aviator room with 1 player down, and that is Sparko. What an important frag indeed. We're seeing Jittery going for a run out in. Alrighty, then he actually tries to go for a run out on the balcony, but sad to say he won't be able to find any frags coming in from Turn8 Valiance. It was quite a risky run out indeed, but won't be able to get any connects from Turn8 Valiance. A lot of minutes being wasted, and EX7 still holding on basement to get as best intel as he can, as he's going to be seeing Archangel being pushing in on the side of basement. It's going to be a matter of trying to find the head, and he'll actually get the head of Archangel instead. EX7 making plays for the team, and Archangel is down for the count, but still for how long? Maestro's Evil Eye Cams will be trying to irritate the operators, as he's going to be taking quite a lot of damage on the side of the Jackal. He'll be down for not quite a lot, but he'll still be able to survive nonetheless. 40 seconds left for Turnit Valiance. They need to make a play to at least put this match on overtime, as Jackal is going to be spotting
Bomb
one of the
located by attackers.
defenders. It looks like it's just time and tide for Turnit Valiance. Union Gaming, EX7 apparently holding on the side of first floor, and Kingslayer will eliminate it. EX7 down, but Beat comes in with the trade. Kingslayer is still down, and I believe the Wamai will also be down as well. Dipjol, 3 kills on his name with the SMG-11, and 10 seconds left for the defenders, and looks like Turnit Valiance won't be able to back down this time, as they will win round 12 on second floor Aviator Room. Man, this is going to be a difficult time for Union Gaming, as we will be proceeding to, you know what, Jack? I'll give this to you, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to rumble? Overtime is in play. Round 13 is in, and it is a huge round that the side of Valiance just managed to win out against the side of Union Gaming. First floor kitchen and dining is the site of choice from UG on defense once again. And the side of Valence, they know this site has worked out time and time again from Union Gaming, and they will be bringing out the big guns once again. Archangel with the Lion, Kingslayer with the Sophia, Poison with the Hibana, Hermie1 with the IQ, and Dibjo with the Sledge, as round 13 overtime is in play. But before that, let's have a quick look at the scoreboard for both of these fantastic teams that we haven't played today. EX7, Sparko, and Jittery bringing in the double-digit kills, 10, 11, and 10 for all three players, in fact, and Beat and Dagger bringing up the rear with the support and the frags as it was necessary. While the side of Valiance, they have lesser kills to show for, but they've done a fantastic job, and that is another thing to really take away from this game. A takeaway from this game so far has been the fact that Valiance, they have managed to not only go head-to-head against Union Gaming, but also push all the way to overtime. They didn't even have to go to overtime with Vector Sports yesterday, but today, a team on a different level, so to speak, Union Gaming is being forced to go overtime against the side of TRN8. Valiance, that in and of itself is a huge achievement for this team, coming fresh in from Division 3 in Season 3, Division 2 in Season 4, and Division 1 in Season 5, the final season of the league itself, and they have definitely made a name for themselves right here, as they'll need to take this momentum and keep going farther and farther in not only this league, but any future tournaments and leagues that come in, because we'll be keeping our eye on TRNA Valiance and watching their careers with great interest. Meanwhile, once again, the extended room comes in from the side of Union Gaming. They want to make sure that they have all the kills, all the intel, all the utility in play, as Dagger's being spotted inside of Library right now. He's got to be careful. That's Poison's drone, and there's a 3-man push potentially coming in from the side of the attackers. And I just want to apologize. I said Vector Sports yesterday. It was Virtual 5 Esports. I messed up right there, but yeah, sorry about that, everybody. But right now, coming back to this game on hand, Union Gaming versus Valiance. Yeah, it's a pretty exciting one right now. Once again, it's a big takeaway for Valiance to have gotten as far as they have, but they would like to secure themselves the victory. As flashbangs are being thrown in from the Hibana, Poison thinks there's somebody inside of the first floor vault, but there isn't nobody actually. That area has been reinforced and barricaded off as a Lion Scan comes in. Again, not gonna find anybody. Sparko inside of Library is gonna be in the hot zone, so to speak. And Living Room is being pushed. Dibjol, he's in it. There's an E1 coming in, but Sparko peeks wide anyway, and he'll be taken off the board. Dibjol with a fantastic push coming in from the drones of his teammates and the E1D scanner of the Lion. Archangel is going to be
Bomb located
He's
by
going to be taking that kill. The first kill on board for the side of Valiance in this round, but they have less than 60 seconds remaining to get into sight and get the plant off, or get these defenders. Dagger holding down inside of Memorial. He's got a pretty solid long angle for himself that can be challenged, mind you, as his feet are going to be fired at. Dagger's going to take some shots, and he's going to actually go down as Kingslayer takes another kill, as that is going to give Archangel leeway to use another E1D to push into sight. EX7, he's going to have to use a C4 in just a second, as Dipsel's found another another one. Beat goes down, and Arkansas will go down as well. One refrag is in, but there's 4 more to go for the side of the defending team. Union Gaming not looking so hot right now. As I said, Valence is slowly pushing in. Shots are fired as a grade comes in from the sledge. Isn't going to find anybody. EX7, he's got a wallbang lined up, but he's not going to find anybody. However, he will actually go down as the grenade will take Jibri off as well. Dipjol will take the final kill with a beautifully thrown grenade straight into pantry. Giving no time for the Mozzie to run away. As of right now, that means that round 13 has just been won by TRN8 Valiants, who are now on the overtime match point. 7-6 is the scoreline, ladies and gentlemen, and Union Gaming once again are in the deficit, and Valiants, they are so close to winning out against the top team of the region. Will they be able to do it? We'll find out. Round 14 is in play.
6-7 in favor of TRN8 Valiants, and Union Gaming is still on the danger zone, knowing for the fact that they did lose against Monka S on map Consulate. Will it be the same yet again for TRN8 Valiants? That remains to be seen. This time with Valiants defending on the first floor dining room, it's going to be a little bit difficult for them. Well, prep phase will be in play
Attackers
anytime
need to
soon.
locate and defuse bombs.
This will be a last game, but oh no, Jittery has unfortunately left the game here, and looks like we will be going for a rehost here. An unfortunate disconnect from Beat, but hey, it happens to all of us. So we'll be right back after we complete this rehost. Stay tuned.
Reinforce the wall!